No, Cherry, babe.
Is that Cherry? Maybe, but they look like enemies.
G'day cheeky dogs, my name's Margie and I'm an Australian currently living in America. Today we're going to be talking about the character Cherry from the Bluey Season 3 episode Tradies.
It's a girl called Cherry.
Oh, really?
Now Cherry is such a fascinating character. She is one of the only few young adults that we actually see in this show. And we know she's a young adult based on Chippy. Chippy of course is her boyfriend who she is with. And it seems like he's almost an apprentice to Sparky, and that is because of course he has that sort of issue with not being able to drive his car, which is a very big stereotype in Australia that young adults or late teens, especially apprentices, tend to lose their license a lot, usually for drink driving.
And Chocolate Milk isn't allowed to drive his car.
But this is kind of backed up again with the fact that Sparky calls him a kid at the very end of that episode.
He did well too.
Yep, kid can work hard when he wants to.
But also their choice in music at the very start when you see them rocking up, like Sparky comes in with very like old school rock, but Chippy rocks up with more like techno. That's again meant to really show that difference in their age. And Sparky seems more like he's Chili's age. It appears that Chippy and Cherry by association are young adults.
And who's that?
So now that we've established Cherry's sort of age, let's talk about her amazing design. Cherry is a red Saluki, and the only other Salukis that we see is the yoga instructor in season 3. However, I know a lot of people did think at first that she was an Afghan hound, just like Chippy was, but it was confirmed by her designer, which is Alice Walsh, that she is a red Saluki. This also means that her and Chippy are one of the very few mixed breeds that we actually see in Bluey, with Rad and Frisky being another one and the Grey Nomads being a third. Now, something really interesting about Cherry's design is that she was supposed to have a tattoo as well. And if you look at Chippy, he's got a bunch of tattoos on him, but Cherry at the end didn't have any. And her designer Alice did say on Twitter that she was meant to have a tattoo, but it got nixed last minute, but she put up the original designs for her. So I wanted to share those with you guys. On these designs, you can see that they even labeled it as a tramp stamp as some of the ideas that they had for her. And I just think that's so funny because again, they were really putting on this stereotype of like the tradies being kind of boganish, which of course then links in with that idea of a tramp stamp as well. So some of their ideas, of course, they had butterflies, they had hearts. I do also love that they had the Southern Cross in it. The Southern Cross is a part of our Australian flag. It's also a very, very popular tattoo in Australia for young people as well. So I love that that was part of her initial design concept too. We did see her design with like different ears and hairstyles and with those tattoos also in different places. Like in some situations she had it on her arm, other times she had the Southern Cross on her leg as well. Again, a very popular place to put the Southern Cross, but sadly in the end we did not get any tramp stamps or tattoos at all on Cherry. Some other interesting things about her design is that she was actually semi-modeled off Janelle, so that is Lucky's mother, who is a different breed to her, but you can see in the notes that she was modeled with different body parts from her.
Chucky! Can we watch the game with you? There's more dancing.
And there was a lot of different coloring options for her as well. So Salukis come in a lot of different colors. And again, the yoga instructor that we saw in Born Yesterday, she was more of like that pale Saluki kind of color. Whereas Cherry, of course, we ended up getting a cherry red, bright red Saluki. But I feel like the blue designs were really interesting, but maybe they just wouldn't have looked as great on screen, especially with that sunset that we saw at the end. The red with her next to Chippy just looks beautiful. She is also one of the very few female characters to actually have eyelashes, with Coco, Wendy, Calypso, Mrs. Retriever, and Coco's sisters being the only other characters that also have eyelashes. She's also the only one who has earrings as well, and she obviously had a few different earring designs, but they did choose the gold ones in the end, and Indy's mom is the only other character that we see with earrings as well.
I'll have that one, thank you.
In terms of Cherry's personality, we don't know an awful lot specifically from her. Her voice actor is never credited in this, and we only really hear her muffling angry in the background.
Cherry, babe.
Is that Cherry? Maybe, but they look like enemies. Yeah, they do.
However, through Chippy, we do learn that she has no qualms with standing up for herself, and she knows how she wants to be treated by her significant other.
I didn't say that. Okay, I did say that, but I didn't mean it, babe. Cherry, you're not letting me explain.
We can also tell that she does care for Chippy a lot. She drives him to and from work every day. Except for when she's super, super angry with him.
Chocolate Milk's coming in Big Belt's car this morning. But where's Cherry? I don't know.
But we learn that she is also willing to talk and to make up as well.
Hey, Cherry. No, I can talk.
He's got a lift.
In another little thing as well I love is that we can tell that Chippy really does love her too, because he has a cherry tattoo on his arm, which of course then is about his girlfriend or potential young wife.
I guess he and Cherry are enemies at the moment, but they're trying to be friends again.
Oh.
But it seems more like the girlfriend-boyfriend. So yeah, we can tell that he really loves her too. I really enjoyed seeing Chippy and Cherry's storylines together because again, it's one of the only chances we've seen young adults and some of their like trials and tribulations in the show, which is usually just about parents or grandparents or really young kids. It's very rare that we see anything about teens or young adults, with Barky Boats really being the only one. So if you are a young adult around that sort of young 20s age, would you like to see more of this in Bluey or more young adult relationships as well? Let me know in that comment section down below what you think. Also, what did you think of Cherry, and would you have wanted to see her with a tattoo as well? While you're down there as well, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell for notifications if you like Bluey as much as I do and you want to know when I release another Bluey video. Until then though, I have picked you cheeky dogs out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I will see you all in another video. Mwah! Bye!